as we go through this, I'm just going to touch on just the agenda, and there'll be another video probably later on in the week to explain a couple other things that are real important things that are going on in town right now. But there's a couple of internal things we got to deal with before I do that video. So going through the agenda, first one was just a couple of these R1, R1A redesignations, these secondary suite things. There was also a land use bylaw amendment. This is to do with development out on what we call the Ellis lands out by, I guess, Taco Time, where the new senior center is out there, the extra land that's out there. And one thing that I want to mention as to how these council meetings are going to proceed now, because I'm not happy with the way they're going from first reading to third reading all in one meeting. That's done. That's not a responsible way for us to make any decisions, is to just fly through this stuff. There's certain things that'll come up during the meeting if we try to do that if I'm not confident that our council is 100% all, how do I say this, that everybody isn't fully aware of the issues and how the process works. If I feel that's not the case, and it was for myself and a couple others, we will not be going through any unanimous decision. I'll just put an end to that. And so the way it's going to work is going back to the way we should be doing it, where it's first reading, then we have a couple of weeks to look at the issues and go through things. And then when we get to second, third readings, we all understand 100% as to what we're doing and everything else. That's the responsible way of doing things for High River. So a delegation that came was from the Okotoks BMX Club. They're looking for a parcel of land to be donated to the bike club. They're looking at a piece of land that we have out in the Cargill area, kind of around our sewage treatment plant and stuff. But I think council's all on board that we want this thing for High River, and I'm really excited about it coming to High River. But number one, the name changes. It's going to be a High River BMX Club if we can find the land. But I want it to be, and council wants it to be in High River. We want, if there's going to be big provincial and national events with BMX biking, I want that activity to be in High River, not out at Cargill. I want it to be in town to support the businesses, hotels and everything else. So we've directed administration to look at, obviously things are changing a lot in High River with a few pieces of land. So having a BMX bike track in there, that not a lot of infrastructure is affected. It's dirt, as the gentleman, as Ken said, that was presenting it. If it did get flooded, it's rebuilding dirt. We're okay with that. So, it's something that's really exciting, and I think would be a really good use for some of this upcoming land that's going to be available. But we'll talk more about that. The next thing that we did was second round of grant recommendations for the CDAC committee, Community Donations Advisory Committee, that's handling all the money with the High River Disaster Relief Fund. Just a couple of other recommendations that they brought forward. Just making sure the project's directly related to renewal and recovery from the June 2013 flooding of High River. That's priority, obviously. And a couple other just enhancements with just to make sure that we can get this money to the people that really need it, and and to the areas where it's needed. So there's just a couple of housekeeping details there, basically, and we approved the allocation of $400,000 from that disaster relief fund for the second round of community grants. So next item was groundwater levels out in the Northwest. A couple of months ago, we asked administration to just go look at the sump pump issues out there. Recommendation came back was for council to spend approximately $100,000 to do a study on the groundwater issues. We're not really in favor of doing that, because we've done groundwater studies. One was to the tune of $750,000 that didn't really tell us anything, didn't get us anywhere. This is a water table issue, so we're just not to spend $100,000 to tell us that the water table is high. We already know that. I don't need to spend money for some report. Business Tourism Advisory Committee. Member-at-large appointments, we appointed 2 individuals to that committee, one being Mike Nychuk, and the other one being Kathy Bennington. So thank you very much to those 2 individuals for getting involved. Cool little towns. This was just for Council to endorse High River's continued participation in the Cool Little Towns Regional Marketing Partnership. There's a great benefit to this for High River, where it's a partnership between Black Diamond, Turner Valley, Nat and Okotoks, and the MDF Foothills, and it's just a big collaboration on tourism events, etc. So thanks very much to Dana Dickens. She does a heck of a job for this town on everything she does, and continues on with those kinds of things. Property tax forgiveness, batch number 5 was approved to the tune of $100,093.67. That's just an ongoing program that everybody knows about. Business renewal plan, Angie Greneveld gave us a little bit of an update on that, and you know, I got to thank Angie and Monica Kohlhammer from Twist, and Dana Dickens from the BTAC side. You know, there's McBride Group, the High River Chamber with Lynette. Everybody is working together on this business renewal stuff, and it's an extremely important thing that I've been watching since day one of the flood and prior to the flood. And I just love the way that these guys are all working together, and there's a reason why business is happening, and it's because of the collaboration that all these guys are on the same page. They're on a team that everybody's making it happen, so I just absolutely love that. It was the Lions Campground opening. We got an update from Kim on that. The public portion of the campground, we're trying to get open for the grads and for other events that are going to happen in this town. That is the priority, is to get that area open. The actual campground itself will not be open this year for 2014. It's just the recovery of all of this is just too large to have everything back open in 1 year. It's just not going to happen. There's a couple of things that are going to take a couple of years to get done, the campground being one of them. So we've directed administration to look at alternate camping locations so that we can still accommodate the campers that want to come and support High River and like to be here. The thing that I'll touch on is what I mentioned before with the second video that's going to come out this week. I'm doing a presentation tonight to the business community, to the downtown businesses that are affected by the construction that's going to happen this summer. We're unveiling a pretty aggressive and pretty big plan that's going to redefine the way High River is. Something that I'm extremely excited about, is something this town has needed for many years, and we've just got the opportunity to do it now. And so we're going to unveil that tonight to the business community, and then it'll be a public thing. You'll see it in the town crier on Friday, and I'll do a video about it as to exactly what this thing's going to look like. A little further on, but something that we're all pretty excited about, so I can't wait to do that. And other than that, that's the week. That's the update from March 24th. So thanks very much. Everybody knows how to get a hold of us if you need a council member or myself to deal with anything for you, and we'll go from there. Thanks very much.